Hey everybody, it's me, Kidney Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to go into Elder Scrolls, and I wanted to show you some of the builds that I made in the game at some of my properties that I own. And that's one of the nice things about Elder Scrolls is you can take places. They give you places. Some of them have homes automatically, and some are just like pieces of property, and you could custom build whatever. And I mean, I like Lego, and I like doing all that. Okay. But in this one, you can actually combine pieces together to make interesting stuff, which is kind of really neat. So, let's see, what home do I want to show first? I think we will go with, these are probably all going to be separate videos, because that way I can take my time and go through. And that my one that I love absolutely is my 1800s town village. I was in some contest things in the game. Excuse me. Some guilds that you are in this game, they hold contests and stuff like that. And it was like a build a general's 1800s general store, and of course I kind of go a tad overboard, I guess you can say, but because that's how I am and how my mind thinks. So this is Moon Sugar Meadow. This place had little temple things on it, which you could take off, and a bunch of different trees and stuff like that. And I made the place. What the nice thing about this is, it was basically all kind of flat land. There was no actual house here already, which you'll see some of my other builds. You'll see that some places have houses already, and you can always customize and do whatever to the houses and turn them into whatever. But this is my 1800s. You can see in the corner it said 1800 Stick Ponyville. In the game, they have stick ponies in this game, which is freaking hilarious. So every one of my places is a theme that has my stick pony in it, because I love my stick pony. Wade's his name. Not to be confused with Little Wade back here, but this is Stick Pony Wade. So let's go ahead. I wonder if I should put myself in first person mode. There we go. Let's do this. Yeah. So, as you can see, walking in, it's and this is supposed to be an 1800s town. So, and when I think of that, I think of Little House on the Prairie. I don't know if anybody's ever watched Little House on the Prairie, but it's very rural, and not this isn't a actual big city from the 1800s. This is just a small little I don't know, mining town or whatever kind of towns they had back then. Mining, railroad, whatever. But this is, oh, I'm so sorry. So this is when you're walking in. It's a nice little scenery, with trees. And of course you'd be driving your little horse and buggy through here. And you go through, and here's the archway to take you into the town, and there's a nice, rocks or whatever. We'll go back to this photo because you can see a lot more in this. So when you walk in, and you can just see the trees and the streets and all that. Okay, so first off, when you come in, you have the monument to Stick Pony, who's, let's do this. It's better. Stick Pony, who is the whole founder of the town, so to say. And here he is in his stick poniness. Actually, I think there's a mode I can do. Options. Gameplay. Yeah, we want this camera. I thought there's a mode that... Because there's a mode for if you wanted to, like, take, like, screenshots. Is it in here? It's been a while. I can't remember exactly where it is. It's probably in here. Yeah, here we go. Screenshot mode. There we go. So this way it gives it better. So you have Mr. Stick Pony and all his stick poniness, as you can see. This freaking... I just love the stick poniness. This is my nightmare stick pony. And then you, of course, have back there in the backgrounds like a waterfall, and you have a windmill. And you can see, we'll go down here to where the water is first. You have a nice little pathway. And down here, you have a nice little, like, yeah, fishing boat. And this is where, you know, the town would get, yeah, it's fish. And you can see, nice little fishing thing, fishing poles. A nice little boat. They go out there and they, you know, do little fishing, and it's a nice little, you know, you got a great big windmill there for, I'm not sure, whatever, because just it looks pretty in the background, I guess you could say. And in here, you can see there is a well over here for the townspeople. Back up so you get like a nice view. So it's just nice little village, town, village, whatever. And you got some trees, and you got a nice big waterfall. Now this is my church. This was a greenhouse that I turned into a church. And that's what I was saying about with this game is you can take objects and put others into it to create different things, and it's nice because then you just link them all together and that works out good. So here's a nice little waterfall outside it. Now here's the church. Nice pretty church. So this is like, you know, the church, which would be the schoolhouse and everything else. You got your little bell out here, and I don't know if you know, like some churches you see they have a little sign thing out where it would be like, you know, what's going on, and that. Some plants. And then we go into the church. And you have your podium there, and, you know, some nice little decorations and little chairs to sit in. Be nice little preachers. There's your preacher stand, and so it's just a nice little church that you come to, and, you know, have your Sunday church, whatever. Those are like, I don't know if you've ever been to a church. Like, I know my church would have like little things up on the walls, like Psalms, whatever, or Revelations, or different little, or how many people attended last week, this week, whatever. And so those are, I put those up there for that reason. So this is my church. And literally those are like wall and floor pieces that I like incorporated into the greenhouse to give it this look. Oh, that's my little hourglass to make it a certain time of day. Now, of course, you have a church. So beside the church, you have a cemetery. And so this is a, you know, someone died. So they're bringing them to the thing, and you go in here. Oh, this is a nice little cemetery because it's just a small little town. And you go in here, and that's kind of like a, mausoleum, whatever. And then you have little gravestones, some broken because, And so this is one of the things I love the most about Elder Scrolls is they have like a grave and you have a hand that comes out like a zombie hand. So of course I had to put that in there. So this is my nice little church, and you have the nice scenery with the plants. And so when you leave here, oh, we got a little deer over here. There's my little deer just frolicking in the thing. A little white deer. It's so cute. Oh, and I had this nice little like fountain thing right there. Cute little fountain here. You got some nice little plants, and this is my general store. So let's go through. So this is the general store that I made. That's a custom built building, an actual building that I custom built out of just a whole bunch of different furnishings and that. So this is your nice little general 1800s general store. We go up into here, and it just has your typical like little whatever you would need, rugs, whatnot, fabric, vases, like pillows, just little stuff that you would need to buy, like cups and pots and pans and a sickle and whatever, statues, like stuff to decorate your house and all that stuff. That's just a cute little thing. Here's more of those things. And you got a nice little clock, and you got a wanted poster over here because they would have that in there, I'm sure. Rugs. This over here is the little bakery. There's Isabel, because anybody who plays this game knows Isabel's all about her sweets. So this is different, sweet baking type stuff. You have this, it's up in the window, like, of stuff that, you can get. There's cinnamon rolls, sweet rolls, bakery type stuff. I'm not sure if that thunder is in the game or if it's in real life. Here's just some kind of grains and stuff like that you'd buy. Some fruit, different vegetables. You gotta have some, wine. Why not? This is a nice little display thing. And then over here's some more housing good stuff that you might need, some chairs and dressers and more of that. There's tools that you would need, some cloths, trunks, wheels that you would need for a wagon, just different, like, whatever those are for. Nice little medicine cabinet in case there's any medicine that you need. This is kind of where you check out at. There's the register and money, and he's, of course, And there's a catalog over here to order whatever you'd want to order, goods, and that. Little knickknacks, stuff like that. Of course, a case of things, in case you wanted the pretty things. Now this, I don't know if you ever saw Little House on the Prairie, but they had a, wait, let me shut this. This is their, like, where they have the ice. Because I remember outdoors they had, like, an ice, whatever thing, so this is the ice chest. The door, of course, is open. Let me shut the door. But you gotta see, it says ice, and just where you get your ice. Let me go back to that mode. Okay, so we're back in this. Of course, this is... You go out back and, oh, look, it's like a little distillery where they make wine to sell, hooch or whatever. This is like my little wine hooch making thing back here. So now this is the back of the building. Now we'll go back in, and now normally the person who owned the general store would live above it, so that's what I did for this place. Is you go back here, and of course up here is where they live. So you go up here, this is their personal quarters. There's like a little stool out here, and you know, little pretties. So you go in, there's their cat. So this is their like little, you know, where they would get a bath. Kind of like a bathroom, but not really. They get ready, and there's their bath. And then, of course, they have their safe hidden down in here because, you know, so there's their little closet. And then we come out here, and it's nice little, you know, there's a little living area, and this is their nice little, like, you know, desk, and they have books to read and whatever. And this is their, of course, they would do or make whatever downstairs, but they would eat here at night, and they have a nice little fire place, pokers, some wood, just a nice pretty little art. This is their kind of little, you know, where they would sit and lounge. And then here is their bedroom. So you can see there's like a nice little bedroom where they sleep, and you know, they of course have a desk in here to do whatever. And that nice little mirrored chest and dresser. So this would be where they would basically live. You know, they sleep at night. So this is their little house. And we'll go down. There's some paintings up there. And so this is my general store. Now when you go to leave, there's just some other little like trinkets and whatever for your house. So when you go to leave, right across is like a blacksmither. You know, to put shoes on your horses or to fix your wagons or whatever. So here's my blacksmither. I know he's a sexy thing, isn't he? Have him in there walking around. So you can see there's a wheel there, and he's gonna replace it with that. Now, next we have over on this side, we have a horse. So you know, you had to stable your horse somewhere. So this would be where you would tie your horse up. And of course there's some hay there for them to water trough, and some more hay there. This is just a nice little picnic-y type area where, you know, people would come and picnic and eat. Now, of course, we have more just, you know, trees. Beautiful scenery. I mean, it's a nice little country type village, city, town, whatever. Nice little country town. Here is the sheriff's office. So, of course, back then, they, of course, have a guillotine because, you know, for those murderers. Whatever. And you have a nice little, where they put them up in the, put people up in there, you know, when they're bad and they gotta face punishment from the town. So, we have nice little wanted posters on the wall so people know. Now in here, no, of course you see up there, I like, it looks like, I put that, those are actually urns, or whatever, spit, whatever, and I put them on their side and put them up in there because I thought they kind of looked like a star, like a sheriff badge, so that's why I ended up doing that. And in here, we have Mr. Prisoner, Jerkins, or whatever his name is. Of course, he's bad. And then we have our guard. And of course, here is, the guard's table, money there, wanted poster. Just a nice little jail, you know. And then here's his little bed, and he could write a note. There's his bread, because, we gotta feed the prisoners. Little one area. Ooh, scary bear. So this is my nice little jail. It's just a nice little, and I built that building, it's just a cute little building I put together. But that's the jailhouse. And more scenery, so here's the jail. That wall's a little off there, I think, but. And so then this brings you back to the beginning, where we started. And that's the thing, like, I love this Moon Sugar Meadow property. I wish I could buy lots of them, because this gave me the opportunity to build all this. All those buildings are custom made buildings. And I really wish there were more properties like that you could just build stuff on. Because I mean there's some that have buildings already, but then it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, but I mean, it would be nice if the game would allow you to have, like, if you look at, let me get out of this, logistics of this place. If I wanted to build. So yeah, it just tells you what that is. Browse, I think. Here. If you can see, like, Moon Sugar Meadow, where it is, whatever. It's 700. 700 traditional furnishings. Is not a lot. Especially when you build buildings. Because, So, if anybody's watching from ESO, who works for them, Bethesda, whatever, it'd be really great if you could allow us to have more than 700 things, because I could have done so much more with this. I mean, I'd be willing to buy an upgrade, to buy it. I mean, because it's just, there's so much more I could have done with this. I could have made a little bar, or a little saloon or whatever. Don't mind my guy just dancing in the background. But it would have been so nice to just be able to have more spots. But I understand. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I understand the logistics. Whatever. But still, I mean, it'd be great. I mean, it'd be so wonderful. So, yep. This is my 1800s town. And we got this nice sceneristic, as you walk out to leave, to leave, to go to all the other places. Leave this town. It's pretty. So, yes. Okay. So that is my 1800s town that I built. Stick Ponyville, of course. Let's get a good shot of. I'm trying to get a good view. There we go. Let's get a nice little capture shot of this. There we go. That looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So, okay. Well, that's what I had for you today. My Moon Sugar Meadow. And I'm hoping to record different. I want to show you all the builds that I had built in ESO of my properties and houses and stuff like that. I mean, it's the one nice thing about this game is, yeah, there's fighting and fight bad guys, do whatever, and different stuff and quests and everything else. Oh, I couldn't. Obviously, I didn't get enough sleep last night. But it's nice that you can own properties and build on these properties and decorate them and do whatever. And that is one of the nice features I love about this game. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you're new here, if you could hit the subscribe button, that helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. And to all the people who have subscribed and are coming and watching these videos, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Like I've said, I'm doing this because unfortunately I have a broken foot, and I'm just really, it helps me to make, it helps so my mind doesn't go dull and I'm bored. And I play video games anyhow, so hey, why not video them? And if I can provide entertainment for all you guys, then hey, that's wonderful and great, and I hope you enjoy it. I plan on doing scary games and stuff like that, and it's just, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying learning how to edit and do different stuff like that, and life is short and you need to do what you enjoy doing, and I'm enjoying doing this. So I hope you like. If you could hit the like button, that'd be great. I appreciate it a whole bunch. I have Fortnite and different stuff like that I want to play and record and, put up on my channel for you to watch and enjoy. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching my shorts and my videos, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate it a lot. If you're stopping here for the first time, like I said before, hey, hit a like button, subscribe. That'd be freaking wonderful. I mean, I'm trying to get content out as much as I can, but I also want to give good quality content, which is my whole goal to do, and stuff that, if it makes you laugh and giggle and puts a smile on your face, then I'm doing my job. So I just want to say I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, let's watch Mr. Devilpool here do his little dance with the very, very pretty background. So have a good one. Bye. He's so happy. I know, little Wade. I know. I know you saw your brother stick pokey. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.